Hi, it's Kevin here, and only 2 days ago I was at an author reading event where one of the books I read from was my novel, The Midnight Man, a novel which came out 2 years ago, which I've become quite proud of because it's won a couple of awards. It's about Stanley, a man who's facing a midlife crisis, who meets the man of his dreams, literally in his dreams. The man of his dreams is Asher, a 21-year-old. But before you think this is some dirty little erotic tale about an older man and a younger man getting together, it's not. In these dreams, with each successive dream, Stanley gets to be 5 years younger, and a romance finally develops when both Asher and Stanley are closer in age. So I'm going to read a cut down version of their first meeting. In Stan's slumber, his dreams began, and in this personal movie he sat at a small round table in a circular room. A crimson curtain wrapped itself around the space. A crisp white tablecloth fell just above his knees, and embossed on a shiny gold card in the middle of the table were the words "Reserved, the Midnight Man." There were other tables too, all with the same small card and all with either a mature aged man or woman sitting at them. The only difference was each of these people were dining and chatting with a younger male companion. He noted the dress code. Every man, young or old, sported a dinner suit. Stanley wore one too. Each lady was adorned in a stylish black dress. A young man stood with hands in his trouser pockets. His smile sent Stan's thoughts spinning. Stan knew a genuine grin, and this lad had no hidden agendas lurking behind his cordial manner. Stanley was convinced of it. "I'm Asher." He held out his hand. Stanley took it, holding onto it until Asher seated himself at the table. "You're beautiful. Sorry, I didn't mean to be forward. It's just that... How old are you?" 21. "You're the perfect age." "What for? For you?" No, I didn't mean it like that. You're my perfect age." "No, I'm not making myself clear, am I?" Asher reached across the table and tenderly stroked Stanley's wrists. It's just that 21 was the last age I was truly happy. The world was mine and everyone around me seemed alive. Sorry, these are the ramblings of someone staring at 50. I've never had that effect on anyone before. Please talk, you're interesting. Interesting? You hardly know me. I know this much about you. I know you have a partner, but you needed to meet me. I know that somewhere buried inside the man looking at me is confidence waiting to be freed from captivity. I know that if I can make your face light up, we'll all see how devilishly cute you are. I wish that last part were true. You're teasing me, Ash. I'm intrigued. Why was 21 your last happy year? Oh, I don't know. I remember every year leading up to my 21st. All of them were magic. My mum took me everywhere and I learned to be social from an early age. But I don't want to bore you with my childhood memories. Do I look bored? No, you look cheeky. Here I am, an old man drooling over someone less than half my age. Hey, it's your dream. Anything could happen. Now, we were talking about your 21-year-old self. No, this is silly. I don't meet guys in my dreams. Do you want to sleep with me? I didn't say that, but it was on your mind. Stan, I want to know the type of year I'm about to have. I'm your ideal age, 21. Tell me about your 21st year. That's easy. Every part of the jigsaw was in place when I was 21. I was cocksure, dancing all night with no cares. My job was easy, though at times demanding, but I had it under control. Plus I had cash to burn, so it was a great time to be alive. Don't stop, Stan. I want to hear more. I want all the details. Did you fall for anyone that year? Oh, I experienced all my heartbreak before 21, and I broke a heart or two. That made me determined to stay single until the right guy came along. Stanley paused, lost in thought. Are you hungry? Should I ask the waiter for a menu? I'm looking forward to sitting here and listening to your tales. Strangely, I don't have an appetite. Me neither. They were the only people in the room now. Maybe your dream needs a change of pace. Follow me to enchantment, or something close to it. Stanley did as he was told. Through the crimson curtain was an opening. They ventured through the darkness to the other side, and music broke the silence. The floor shook with each beat. The murmur of a crowd brought back many memories for Stanley, and as the laser lights flashed random colours into the void, the crowd became visible. Everyone was Ash's age. Everyone was male. Stanley wore a waistcoat adorned with tiny roses, buttoned tight to expose his chest. Asher wore a blue t-shirt and strode toward the DJ. Stan looked down at the smiling quarter moon, the oversized design on his belt buckle. He stomped his foot. His shoes were sturdy. And I just lost my place. His shoes were sturdy, leather, and unmistakably British. It's perfect in every way, he thought. So perfect, in fact, he was waiting for the ecstasy to kick in. He worked his way back to Asher. "Why you called a midnight man?" he called over the house tune. "We're all midnight men. Everyone dining with your generation in that restaurant was a midnight man. But what does it mean? It's the time I entered your life. Midnight." "You're not telling me much. You didn't tell me much about your life either. I opened up. Just the outline, not the details." "Are you always this cautious?" "Yes, even with the people I trust." As Stanley said the last word, he could feel a change. First, the music. It sounded hollow, as if someone had played around with an equalizer and got it all wrong. Then, like a jet engine, it soared. Next, awareness of his own lanky shape was replaced by a oneness with everyone in that huge hall. There were no creaky joints or sagging skin. Decades disappeared. A sense of love so overwhelming consumed him, and in this micro moment, Asher was arguably the most bewitching guy Stanley had ever met in the decades he walked the earth. Then it hit full charge. The need to dance, the want to take off his waistcoat and sense the sweat, the pleasure, and the energy that took control. He was lost in sensation. He was lost in thoughts that highlighted every positive thing about himself. He hadn't felt this way for a very long time. Coming towards them was a guy who sported small mirror tiles on his shoulders, as if he was a walking disco ball. He had similar mirrored shorts, and he also held a mirror. To Stanley, this guy wore the face of a human hiding his hurt, someone wishing others would understand his sadness, yet too polite to talk about his feelings or cry until there were no more tears. A feeling too familiar. So Stanley raised his arms and shook his butt, encouraging Mirror Man to find his bliss. For a moment the guy laughed. A door was open, ready for pain to be released. He swung his hips, making his way towards Stanley. So Stanley raised his arms higher to transmit love in all directions. Then the guy held a mirror to Stanley's face. There it was. There was no denying it. Stanley was not 21 again. He was nearly 50, a man in need of maturity. "What is it?" Asher asked. Mirror Man was nowhere to be seen. "I'm not meant to be here." Stanley sat startled as he found himself opposite Asher back at the restaurant. Both were wearing suits again. "So tell me, Stan, where are you meant to be?"